Here we go. We're ready. Season's ready. Season 25. Season 25. NCAA Football Dynasty. Let's get this thing started. As a reminder, we got myself, still at the University of Florida. We've got Buckshot streaming over on Kick. He's still at LSU. And we've got our guy, I'm Famished, also, who streams on Kick. He is at Alabama State. I want to just cover a couple of developments here. So you may see we are in preseason. So at the end of last season, I'm Famished and Alabama State were invited to join Conference USA from the Sun Belt. So he got a promotion. His team, that was a first in the dynasty. The second thing that happened was for only the second time, all three of us made a bowl game. So that was very exciting. Now, what I've done for this stream here, this live, is I've already went through the off season. I've done the recruiting, and I've got some notes. I'll share how we did as we move through the play weeks, just so you're up to date on the off-season activities. But I thought I'd just jump right into it here this evening. We're going to start season 25 here, and we're going to start it by checking out the rosters and looking at a few skill positions. Here we go. Florida. Let's check out this. Let's do the depth chart. So here I am, fighting Ewok in Florida, and I got a senior 94 quarterback. I'm going to be reloading next year, so that's good. Running back, 94. How much you want to bet he starts getting into trouble? Disciplinary actions. And I've got a senior. These are both seniors. Wow, that's incredible. And then I'll reload next year with this 85 junior. Good fullback. Real good wide receiver core. All juniors. I'm good to go after this season. So, let's check out Buckshot and LSU. Wide receivers, 92. He's got a solid 3 core here to lean on. And a sophomore and a junior. So he's going to be reloading. He's going to have a good core here next season. Good fullback, 2 good fullbacks, good running back. Unfortunately, in the offseason, who would have been his number 1 running back for next season actually went to the pro draft. We were not able to retain him, but he's got a good little core here, so should be all right. And then a freshman redshirt quarterback at an 86. So this may be one season where he could surprise us and win a bunch of games. He could lose 4 games, so we don't know. We'll see. But it's not a bad team, and it certainly looks to get even better next season. And so let's check out how our guy I'm Famished at Alabama State is going to do in his new conference. 76 overall at the quarterback position. All seniors. He needs to recruit a big-time quarterback. Decent running back that's a junior. It's an average fullback and actually kind of an average wide receiver crew. So, again, could go either way for I'm Famished this season. Still looking for him to be in that 5 to 6 win range, hopefully. Let's catch an update here for everybody on the report cards. So we are in the start of season 25. Fighting Ewok. Currently, I am 173 wins, 137 losses, 14 winning seasons out of 24 years, 1 conference title. I'm Famished, 115 wins and 180 losses, no conference titles, Let's hope he can change that here with Alabama State. He seems to be going in the right direction. Buckshot, on the other hand, 197 wins, 111 losses, 3 conference championships. So, good, solid resume, good history so far. He's doing well. Let's check out ESPN, the magazine. Preseason polls, where are we at? No one in the top 6. There's Alabama reloading. They're probably going to run through. Arkansas is doing the same thing. They're going to be tough on us this season in the SEC. Nobody in the top 10 preseason. LSU, A overall, A- on the offense. I think that has a lot to do with that freshman quarterback. Solid defense, though. Preseason, not in the top 25. Wow. 26th preseason for Florida Fighting Ewok. B+ overall. Offense is an A+, defense is a B. So, could be a rough season. Could be a rough season for both me and Buckshot. Let's see where I'm Famished is rated here. C overall. C on offense. C+ defense. Gotta hope that defense can stop them. Stop some people. And last place team, Middle Tennessee State. We got Middle Tennessee State, Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, and Michigan State. Wow. But he likes to play in Michigan. That's crazy. All right. And when we go live, I love this piece. I love to chase after big-time recruits. Alabama State, what are your needs? A lot. Let's go after some big-time players. Quarterback. He needs a quarterback. We're going to go after the very best quarterback in a pipeline state. There it is right there. He's going after the number 3 quarterback in the country. Florida. In Florida. That's all his needs for quarterback. He needs a fullback. Let's find the same thing for a fullback. Let's find that pipeline state. There we go. Alabama, 3 stars. That's okay. Wide receivers. Here we go. Down to the 3 stars. Here we go. Here's a couple. There's one. He needs another one. There we go. And then the rest of his needs are just one straight down the line there on the far right. Center. None in a pipeline state. So, as our standing rule requires, I'm just going to go after the best center in the whole country. How about that? He needs a defensive end. Let's see if any of them are in his pipeline states. There's one right there, 4-star. The number 2 left in the nation. He needed a defensive tackle. He's going after a 4-star. And he needs outside linebacker. Look at that. Chasing number 1 right outside linebacker in the nation. And then I think he needed a strong safety right here. There we go. He's going after the number 3. So there's some big time players in pipeline states for him that he's going after. So now he's got 3 scholarships remaining. And we're going to target the very best players in a pipeline state in the nation. A right guard, a A running back, that's good. The number 2 running back in the country. That is really solid. And his last player, a 4-star corner. There we go. Alabama State, you're ready. You're going after some big-time players here. All right, what are my needs? I need nothing but except for a corner. Let's go get one. Right there. And that's it. I have the freedom to recruit any other position I need. The very best in the nations in our pipeline states. So I'm going after the number 3 quarterback in the nation. Not any 5-star players here, though. Going after a right guard. I feel like a couple of those players we were going after are the same players. A couple more. A right end, another guard. Number 2 running back. There we go. An outside linebacker. Number 8 corner. Number 6 QB. Number 2 left end. We got 1 scholarship remaining. It goes to a left tackle. All right. LSU, what you need? Fullback, wide receiver, defensive tackle. Let's see what we can find you. No fullbacks in a pipeline state, so let's just go get after. Let's go find the best one. Let's chase the number 1 in the country. Let's chase him. Let's get him. You also needed wide receiver. Let's see what you got. There's one. Let's target this player right here, the number 8 wide receiver. And you needed a defensive tackle and strong safety, 2 of each. Let's hope your pipeline states are providing some good defensive tackles. They are. 4 stars, the number 12 in the nation. And there's one that's average, but it's all right. 3 stars can develop. And then you needed 2 strong safeties. So, let's see what we can find. There's a couple right there. Not too bad. The number 15 and the number 16. That's okay. You got 6 scholarships remaining. Let's go after the best players you can in your recruiting states. Middle linebacker, number 3 in the country. The number 1 left outside linebacker. The number 4 running back. I bet you sign him. I bet you sign him. There we go. A left end. You got 2 scholarships remaining. The number 3 right outside linebacker. And the number 6. All right. We got big targets. We got big players targeted. We're going to go for it. Preseason options. Let's see what the schedulers have thrown out to us. All right. LSU, Buckshot, Northern Illinois. I have to check and make sure. A B- schedule. B-. And yet, I bet you play Tennessee, you play me, you play Alabama, you play Arkansas, and yet it's a B-. I think this is an FCS school right here. Kent State we know isn't. You've coached there before. Did well with them. think Western Kentucky might be an FCS school. So we're going to go check those. For now, we're just going to move your non-conference games to home, and I'll go check for FCS schools. Alabama State, C+ schedule. Southern, I think that may be an FCS school. Then they got Ole Miss, Jackson State, and look at their new conference. Oh, they play Alabama. That is not fortunate. I guess I'm famished gets to see how we feel, right? I'm famished will get to see how we feel. Let's see here. All right. We get our chat working again here. And, all right, let's go check for FCS schools. I think there were a handful. I think that's why the strength of schedule was so bad. All right, so, yeah, Southern for Alabama State, Western Kentucky. Oh, Southern and Western Kentucky, that's it. Those are the only two. Really? Southern? What is it doing conferences? There we go. All right, so Southern and Western Kentucky. Okay. Let's replace Southern here. Let's see if we can find somebody who he can beat. I think, you know, with this, it's kind of an advantage. It's an FCS school, so it's going to be easy. So even finding one of these teams that maybe he can beat up on. Eastern Michigan was one of the teams down at the bottom, so let's see if he can take down Eastern Michigan. And then Western Kentucky was the FCS school here. I think Western Michigan was probably in the game. I think they were a team we could beat. Utah State, that's a team that he can beat. All right, and then I didn't have any, but I need to make sure I fix this. There's a I'm famished old stopping grounds. So I played week 1, then I got NC State. Oh my Lord. What is that schedule? Texas A&M? Man, Texas A&M. That's a tough schedule right there for me. I don't like it. But of course, it's no easier for him. All right, let's do this thing. Hey, could go any way. Could go any direction for us. All right. Here we go. Yeah, we got some stuff going on here. All right, so as we go into the season here, you guys can see when you're watching, we've got our subscriber goal count up here at the top here. To be honest with you, I think we're at 1,185. I don't know why this isn't rounding up for us. Just released a new video, a new short, demonstrating how to use a big and tall umbrella. So you can go check that out if you want to. But we got a few more subscribers than that, and then we have up here in the top, one of these top corners here, you can see our current national champion is Wisconsin, and then kind of keeping track of number of championships won as we go through. Yeah, you're right. You're right there, Scott. All three of us play Alabama, so we all three could be feeling the wrath of Alabama before this one's over. It is unfortunate. I do not want that to happen. All right, well, let's get started. There's no sense in carrying that on here. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can get things rolling. See, make sure the technology is running correctly here. We got too many things going on here. There we go. And here we are. And here's to season 25. I've got my water that I'm drinking right here during season 25. We'll have a good one. Water is good. All right, FIU, week 1, C+ overall, taking on the B+ rated Fighting Ewok in Florida. Let's see how the game favors it. 63-14 victory. That's how you start a season. Now, I'm famished. He needs to start off strong here. He's got the rating advantage in defense, C+ overall. In defense, he's a C overall. So is Eastern Michigan. So this is, again, one of the games, non-conference, he needs to win in order to get him to that 6th victory, in order to get him to 6 wins. Ooh, big time scoring. 38-35. I'm famished with the victory in overtime. Way to go. Way to pull that one off. Close game, but yeah, we'll take those wins. And you and I, C- overall, one of the worst teams in the game, taking on Buckshot and LSU, who is an A rated overall. This should be a good warm-up game. 56-0. Absolutely shut them out. So that's week 1 in the books. That was a good first week. I really liked that. So as we go through the end of week 1, I just want to catch you guys up on the off season a little bit. So Alabama State had one player, a center, that tried to go pro. We were able to retain him, the center. And then the number 1 recruit that he had was also a center, a 4-star player. So that was good. But the overall recruiting class for Alabama State, and I'm famished, 109th. So I kind of thought it would be better considering the season he just had. But he ended up with the 109th ranked recruiting class, only signing 14 recruits. So let's see if we can turn that around now in a bigger conference this year. See if he can continue to perform. He really could take Alabama State up. He really could grow that program. I think so. And another opportunity for a win. This is an SEC opponent. And if I'm being honest with you, down the road, hear me out, if he does well, he could actually replace Ole Miss in the SEC. Just saying. Well, let's see if he can beat him first. There's his center, the one that wanted to go pro, the one we were bragging about. There's his best running back. 3 games and 2 games apiece. Next 3 games may be pretty rough. Of course that happens. Yeah. I believe it cost him. It cost him. Lee. All right, Kent State is a C overall, taking on A-rated LSU. Now, in the past, I would say this was a warm-up game, but I want to say we don't want to be too comfortable. We've seen things like this happen before. And here we go. The game is triggered. And we got all these disciplinary actions. 3 games for the senior free safety. 3 games. He broke not one, but multiple team rules this past weekend. They want to suspend him for the remainder of the season, but we don't have enough discipline points. He was caught cheating on an exam recently. That's ridiculous. 66-17, not even close, but he needs those players back going into conference play. And I'm rated. I'm ranked number 25. Very good. And this is not a give me game. B- rated NC State, and I am B+ rated. This is not a hand-me-down game. I hope that we perform like it is, but we do. That's what I'm talking about. 65-14 victory. We got it. That's week 2 in the books. Close one for Alabama State. As we wrap up the next here, so myself, Florida, I lost a player to the pro draft. I lost a player to a transfer, actually, an 82 quarterback transfer to Southern Miss. Otherwise, I kept all the players. My recruiting class ended up being 19th overall, with 1 5-star player signed and 5 4-star players signed. So it was okay. It was okay. 19th overall. Here we go into week 3. Okay, big time game. A B+ rated Tennessee, number 21 in the country, taking on me, B+ rated, number 24 in the country. So my offense, I've got them on offense. They've got me on defense. So far, my offense is number 1 in the country. So hopefully I can go into Tennessee here and take some action. Wow. Crushed. Not even close. Good grief. Buckshot and LSU. LSU A rated, taking on C+ rated Utah State. Man, I just got throttled in that game against Tennessee. (43-10) for LSU and Buckshot. Buckshot continues their great start to the season. And we got another winnable game for I'm Famished. He is C-rated overall, taking on Jackson State, C-rated overall. Big difference here, the C+ defense from Alabama State. That's the big difference here. This is another game he needs. He needs that second win of the season. 31-21. Let's not forget, before that last game, his running back and his center both suspended for 2 games and 3 games apiece. This is another game where it cost them. Those player issues are going to cost us. Week 3 did not go well. 1 and 2 overall for us 3 coaches. So let's finalize how we did in the offseason here. So Buckshot, streaming over on Kick right now. Hey, man. He lost a running back and a punter to the pro draft. That's okay, though. his recruiting class ended up being the number 3 recruiting class in the nation. He ended up with 3 5-star players and 10 4-star players. That's good enough for number 3 recruiting class in the nation. One of the best we've ever had here during our 25th season. 25 years. We are overdue for a national championship. You can see up here on the screen, none of us, myself fighting Ewok, I'm famished, or Buckshot, none of us have won that NCAA championship. And here we go. I'm famished, and Alabama State going into Conference USA play, his new conference. This does not look like a game that he's going to pull off. He's on the road. He is C overall, taking on Florida A&M. It is B-. And for those of you all tuning in, yes, Florida A&M is in the game. They were an FCS school that I put in. I wanted to create some rivalries, and I thought it would be cool to have Florida A&M in the game. Let's see if I'm famished can go in for his first conference game in his new conference, pull off an upset. More trouble for his players. His tight end, 3 games. He got into an altercation at a club. Man, discipline is going to be the downfall. Ooh, he pulls off the upset, though. His running back was no longer suspended. His running back came back, and he pulls it off. I'm famished. Way to go. 35-32 victory. Way to go. Way to go. That's what you needed in that first conference game. That's why you're there. All right, big game for LSU. So Tennessee just wiped the floor with me. That tells me I think Tennessee is a bit underrated. They are B+ overall, taking on Buckshot and LSU, number 11 in the nation. He is an A overall. They're in Louisiana. That is an advantage for Buckshot, but this is not a given win. Tennessee's very good. Tennessee by a touchdown. They blew me out. Then they go and they play. Buckshot and they beat them. That's tough. Now I've got Kentucky. I'm B+ overall. Kentucky is a C. They are 0-3. I should be able to get back in the win column here. 46-7. I do. I'm famished in the chat. I appreciate you, man. I know suspensions. I mean, what can you do? We are 25 years in. It's just how it is, you know. I gotta say, a little commentary on that loss. So anybody who's tracking, LSU is not in the same division as Tennessee. Tennessee's in my division. So Tennessee is probably, definitely, almost certainly, Tennessee will represent that division in the SEC championship game. That puts the pressure on Buckshot. He needs to beat me. And then that's for him to remain in a national championship contention. He needs to beat me. And then he needs to beat Alabama and Arkansas at the end of the season. If he does that, he's back in the conversation. All right. Alabama State. Another conference game. Looks like he's the underdog here, but we saw what he did last time with it. What is that? 3 or 4 weeks in a row? You're going to be out of disciplinary points before it's over. It was recently found that Thornton provided false information. 44-3 loss, though I'm not sure that suspension influenced that one. B- rated Mississippi State taking on LSU and Buckshot, A rated. Let's see if he can pick up another SEC victory here. This is getting out of control. It's getting out of control. He has an A discipline. Why is he doing stuff wrong? 24-17 victory, much closer than what we would have wanted, but a victory nonetheless. Alabama, number 3 in the nation. I'm taking them on. I'm in Tuscaloosa. Top 25 for last week. It looks like, just called it out, Alabama crushes Arkansas. Well, it's 15. Alabama, they got a good team this year. Get rid of it. Don't think I can turn it off now. I think it's there. You just need, we got to get players that aren't screwing up, I guess. I don't know. All right. Let's see here. Florida. I'm at Alabama. We just saw what Alabama did to Arkansas. I lost to Tennessee. I don't think I got much of a chance in this game, but let's see if we can pull off the upset. 44-24 loss. I can't be upset with it. Kind of expected it to happen. Still though. 3-2 through 5 weeks. That's rough. Penn State and Ohio State. That's a big game here in the top 25. Ohio State with the victory. That's a big top 25 clash right there. Yeah, it doesn't. Players may not be getting into as much reported trouble. I think there's still some shenanigans going on every now and then, but we just don't get to hear about it. Yeah. Buckshot taking on South Carolina State. Let's go through a week. Let's go through a week where we get no trouble. I'm taking on the B- rated Mississippi State team. Seven-point loss. 3-3 on the season. I was at home. LSU taking on South Carolina State. There should be no issues here. 37-3, moving him to 5-1 on the season. Okay, I famished 2-3 overall. Has the C overall ratings, so does Southern Miss, but the offense for Southern Miss is a C-. I famished is a C, so he has the advantage. He's also got the advantage on defense. He's at home. It's a conference game. He needs this victory. He got that victory. Close wins. He's a close win specialist. He is a close win specialist. He's constantly doing that. He's always winning close games. Fabulous. All right. That is week 6 in the books. Things are going to get a lot more intense now as we move forward. Anything to say about that? Huh? Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait for the real college football playoff. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't really know officially how good Oregon and Washington are. I say Oregon because I mean, they lost by what, a combined 6 points to Washington twice this year, so it could have been either one of them if one or two plays would have flipped the other direction. I mean, really, how solid is Washington? I really think about Washington and Texas being the same caliber. I don't know. Week 7. LSU taking on Florida. Oh, it's Big Buckshot and Fighting Ewok week. I gotta tell you, he's got the ratings advantage. I'm at home. I'm 3-3 on the season. I'm torn because this is a win I need, but he needs it as well to stay in that title conversation. Though the SEC championship, this has no impact on. Oh man, you got me. Way to go! Congratulations. 28-20 victory. Close, man. Congratulations. Alabama State with a chance to win its 4th game of the season, taking on Georgia Southern in a Conference USA game. Georgia Southern is 5-1. They're having a good year. Let's see if I'm Famished can take them at home. 48-24 loss. That's rough, but it's only week 7. Plenty of opportunities still to get 3 more wins and send him to another bowl game. But that's week 7 in the books. Nice win, Buckshot. An update here. I don't know why my subscriber goal and tool is not updating. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But we are at 1,189 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll check it out here. Our latest video that we put out, Big and Tall Breakthrough, the story of Big and Tall Umbrellas. 1,600 views just in a couple of hours. Awesome. All right, let's check out what we got going on here. So LSU taking on Tennessee State. Tennessee State B- that's really good for them. All right, let's see if Buckshot can take them down as well on the road. He does, 52-21. Alabama State. Oh, this would have to be quite the upset. C-rated overall, 3-4. I'm Famished, taking on the B-, 4-3 overall SMU on the road in this conference game. More disciplinary issues. You're out of points, to be honest with you. It isn't even anything we can do. Cheating on the exams. famished. Whoa! Give it to him. Big conference win. 41-38 in overtime. Man, how do you manage that? That was fantastic, bud. Wow. 4th win in dramatic fashion. Hey, he's... There's a couple other games that could have went either way for him, but he's holding his own in this new conference. Well done. Yeah, that was big time. Yeah, wow. Yep, that was big time. All right, Florida Georgia game. I really need this to get. I really got to get back to 4-4. I hold the ratings advantage. 38-17, back to 4-4. Alabama versus Alabama State. I suppose this could be a good rival someday. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Scott in the chat pointing out Alabama has a loss. I don't know what's gotten into Tennessee, but they ran through me. They ran through Buckshot. They ran through Alabama. I don't know what's gotten into them, but they're having a special season. Wow. All right. Let's get this one over with. 38-3. Well, that's all right. Wow. Tennessee with a big year. Man. Our guy Lil Bick would be happy about that. Yeah, he would be happy about that. Week 10, Buckshot, we never know. It could be losing streak. I hope not. 1-1 maybe. Can you go 1-1? Guess we're gonna have to wait to find out. Because first up, Alabama State goes for win number 5 against Appalachian State, who ratings-wise, actually, he is better than. It is interesting to see the total offense is 29th for that team. That's pretty crazy. He's got him at home. He's got a ratings advantage. And he's got a scoring advantage. Boom! 5th win on the season, another conference win. He's taking Conference USA and saying, forget about it. South Carolina State, C overall, taking on me. B+ rated Florida Gators. I'm going for my 5th win of the season. There we go. 5-4. 5-4. And LSU and Buckshot looking to have a little tune-up little tune-up before he goes into his gauntlet weeks. 28-7 victory over Jackson State. Would have hoped to see a bigger one, but he got it nonetheless. Let's see if we got anybody else. Delaware State. Hang on. You see that? Delaware State is ranked. I don't care for them. Tennessee. Let's see, there's Alabama. I don't think that's going to be a big game right there. Alabama takes them down. Any other big-time top 25 games with any significance? That's always a big one for the Big 12. Texas A&M looking to be in that national championship game. All right, let's get through week 10 and get to week 11. And let's start signing some recruits. We went after some big-time names. We need to start landing a few of them. I don't know how this playoff is going to go. I think we're going to see it's got to be Michigan, right? Michigan in the finals, Michigan in the championship game. But who else? Who's going to join them? Who is Michigan going to face in the championship game? Maybe Michigan, maybe. Oh, there we go. That's right, 4-star. The number 2 quarterback in the country. They don't pick Florida State. They don't pick Florida. Where does he go? Where does the number 2 quarterback in the nation go? Forget about it. I'm going to Alabama State. All right, I'm going for bowl eligibility here. 6th win, I'm B+ overall. I have the number 1 total offense in the nation. That's crazy. I'm taking on the C-rated South Carolina Gamecocks. Got it. 69-10. Bowl eligibility, that's bare minimum. Though, I don't know how long Florida is going to put up with me just barely making bowl games. Alabama State on the road at ECU. Both teams trying to become bowl eligible. I'm speechless. Wow. I am speechless. 42-0. You absolutely hammered that team. You're going bowling for only the 3rd time in the dynasty, and for the 2nd year in a row, fighting Ewok. Buckshot. I'm famished. We're all going bowling. Wow. Okay. Big one right here. Alabama taking on I'm famished and LSU. Huge implications. Alabama is on the road. They have the ratings advantage. They have the statistical advantage. And 28-21. 7 points. At some point, we're going to take them down. Alabama. It gets more and more devastating every season that we all get beat by Alabama. We say, Scott said, here comes my losing streak. I hope not, man. Dang. Wisconsin. Man, that Big Ten is brutal. Wisconsin's in there. Ohio State right there. Penn State's always doing it. Yeah. You're flapping your gums too much. Every time by one score. All right, let's get back on it. Let's get back on. Let's get back on the wins here. 55-3 victory. Okay. I have very little chance in this game. No big deal. It's no big deal. I expected that. Whatever. Alabama State taking C-rated overall, 6-5, already going bowling. Taking on the B- rated Tulane Green Wave. He's at home. It's another big conference game. 39-17 loss. Hey, that's all right. It's okay. Let's get to week 12. Wow. I didn't expect that at all. Just goes to show you, anything can happen. I'm famished and Scott leveling up in the chats there. That's what I'm talking about. What do you guys think? After this season, we take an intermission and run it back? I mean, I'm feeling primed. I feel good. It's early. It's almost Christmas. Why not? All right, Buckshot bringing in a 3-star, 2 3-star players. At least we finally get some recruits in there. Big time top 25 losing last week. Texas A&M goes down. Arkansas is back up to number 4 because all of these top teams have lost. There's Cal, Virginia Tech. Whoa. Wow. Wisconsin's on a roll again. Ooh. goes Bama. Tennessee State. Okay. All right. Here I am taking on Florida State, who's ranked number 20 in the nation. I have the ratings advantage on them. I'm at home. Got them. You know what? I should have checked the injury report. I'll bet you I had an injury. I just took down Texas A&M. Now I took down another ranked opponent. Had to be an injury in there. LSU on the road facing Arkansas. This one on the road. This is tough. Man, this is tough. 35-14. Arkansas looks to get back into the national championship conversation. Boy, yeah, that stinks. Buckshot called out, here comes his losing streak. I hope not. But I'm still in shock that Tennessee State beat Alabama. West Virginia 11-0, taking down Delaware State. Week 14, here we go. All right, there we go. Number 4 guard, the number 3 corner, and the number 1 defensive end committing. That's 3 solid players. All right. Week 14, none of us are here. Week 14, the Navy goes undefeated. West Virginia undefeated. Ohio State undefeated. Looked like California was undefeated. Championship weeks. Here we go. So Conference USA does have a championship game. That's where I'm famished is at now. So that is between UCF and Houston. There is Virginia Tech. And they lose one game and they fall to number 11. Texas A&M out of the national championship conversation. Let's see if the winner of that SEC championship game is going to have an opportunity. Okay, so Wisconsin is idle, Big Ten champs. Cal, Pac-10 champs, they're idle. They don't play. Ohio State. Why aren't they the Big Ten? Oh. Wisconsin was crowned the Big Ten champs, going undefeated. Ohio State went undefeated, and they are not crowned the champs. That is some stuff right there. So we got 3 idle teams and not a conference champion right here. So we've got Arkansas and we've got Tennessee coming up. That is... I don't know. The winner of that game may be able to jump. May be able to jump a couple of teams. I don't know. We're going to see. Arkansas. Arkansas finally takes down Tennessee. Let's see if that win will help Arkansas leapfrog a couple of these idle teams. All right, bowl invitations. I'm famished, going 6-6 his first year in his new conference. Way to go. Going to the New Orleans Bowl. Number 25. Going to the Music City Bowl. Big game. To the Cotton Bowl against the Sooners. Big time stuff. Wisconsin's player is your Heisman winner. I'm famished. You play week 1. This is a game where you're going to have to pull an upset. But we've seen you do it before. Not this time. 36-13 loss, but a bowl game nonetheless. And in your first season in your new conference. I still think you're on the way. All right. That's bowl week 1. Let's see what we got coming up next. Colorado State with the big win right there. Bowl week 2, I'm up. Taking on the C+ rated Boston College team. This looks like a game I should be able to win. 38-7 victory. Bowl victory. Again, bare minimum. I should be competing for national championships and conference championships, but instead I'm 9-4. Illinois State there. Eastern Michigan, and they were one of the lowest rated teams coming into this year. They did all right. Penn State, they probably lose the same 3 games every year. Wisconsin, Ohio State. Heck, I don't know. I don't know the other one. All right, Buckshot, LSU. Taking on the B+ rated Oklahoma Sooners for the AT&T Cotton Bowl. LSU with the Cotton Bowl. Big bowl win. 10 wins on the season. Ended up 10-3. Another fantastic year for Buckshot at LSU. That's what I'm talking about. Wisconsin and Cal. Wisconsin is your current national champion. It always seems if there's a conference, somebody in the national championship game, they almost always repeat it the next year. It's like they have a special group of players, and they get into the next season as well. Here's Cal. This is California's first appearance in the national championship game in the Dynasty. So we'll see what happens. Let's see if Wisconsin can go back to back, or if Cal can get a national championship in their first appearance. Wisconsin goes back to back. Season 25. Wisconsin is your national champion. Cal is your runner-up. As we are pushing halfway, 60-year dynasty, we are just finishing season 25. Amazing. Let's see what the coaching changes have in store. The following has been offered: 4-year extension with Alabama State, Akron, or Michigan. I'm famished. It's not often, but I think I've got both guys playing right now. Both guys in the chat. What do you say? I think we take the extension. You're the coach. What do you think? Michigan goes 2-10 last season, 1-7 overall. They're not great. Extension, I agree. You have moved your team up to a 4-star team prestige. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. Buckshot. Nebraska, who, by the way, is on I'm Famished's big list. That's his one of his dream jobs. Nebraska offers Buckshot. And then Air Force offers Buckshot as well. Obviously, it's not a bigger job. They do well. They win Mountain West Conference championships. But, I mean, they went 10-3, and you're doing the same thing in a harder conference. So, and that one's up to you. So we have a decision. Do you stay with LSU, fight the Florida, the Tennessees, the Alabamas? Do we fight the Arkansas every season? 10-win seasons, 9-win seasons, guaranteed with LSU. Huge program. Or do we take our chances? Try to build up a program that maybe is not as prestigious. Maybe you go after something bigger. What do you think? I'm famished. I don't think that's. I mean, that's a big list school for I'm famished. Nebraska. Nebraska takes on Texas A&M. Texas Tech, who was recently rated. They take on Missouri, who's always rated. Oklahoma, who's always rated. Oklahoma State, who's rated a lot. The Big 12 is rough. Not to mention when Texas is good. Big 12 is tough. Yeah, he's not going to do that. All right, so we decline the offers. He's not going to Air Force. He's going to stay at LSU, and he's going to try to take down Alabama and Arkansas. And I have just been offered the same two schools. I'll be honest with you, Florida has not been great to me. I don't like being in Florida. That Air Force job. don't know. Kind of thinking about it. I don't know. I don't want to run from a fight. I'm going to decline. I'm going to stick around. That's it. That's season 25 in the books. What a great season. We're going to go ahead and advance that to off season. Wisconsin are your national champions. That was a fantastic end to the season. I'm going to save this. And this is what we're going to do. Got a special treat here. We're going to save this up. I'm going to take a small intermission. I'm going to get a few things updated. And we're running it back. We're going live again. We're going to do season 26. We're going to make it happen. You guys stay tuned. Watch out for that new live coming up just next. And we're going to make it happen, okay? So, as we finish up season 25, we're going to save this. Make sure we don't lose our progress. And for those of you guys, if you want to see us run it back, we just finished 25. We're going to go into season 26. We got to run through the off season. We got to go through recruiting. We got to see what we can build up on. And then we'll hit into next season. There we go. Save successful. That's what we needed right there. So, if you guys will give me just a few minutes, we're going to come back and we're going to get season 26. Don't go anywhere. Wisconsin was your national champion. I'll be right back to it.
Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that winning overdue. Yeah. Give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they
about that? You know what that segment was good for? Those people who can read lips. You should have heard everything I was saying. It was so good. I can't even repeat it. I don't know it. But I will say, we are now at 1,190 subscribers. That is 10 off. We are now at 1,190. Let's go. Appreciate that very much as we go on our way to our goal here. What we're going to do is we're checking through to see if we got any players leaving. Alabama State does not. Simply graduation. We got a left end trying to transfer to GSU, wherever that is. And we got a pro draft. So I'm actually going to try to save this player from going to the pro draft first. There we go. Casper's Outdoor. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that a whole lot. There we go. Subscriber coming in. Incoming. Subscriber incoming. And now we kept our wide receiver. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Now we got to see how many points we want to invest in trying to keep this guy from transferring. I mean, what are you going to do? I couldn't play you. You didn't perform. This was your chance, and you're running. All right, let's check out Buckshot. Ooh, this is a heavy, heavy transfer class here. I think the first thing we need to do is try to save these pro draft players. He's undecided. He kept one. That's the big one right there. This guy's leaning more stay. We lost the left end. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. I think we got to see if we can keep any of these guys here. He's got really good players at each one of these positions. So if he loses them... Oh, and he's got a player trying to transfer to Alabama State. And he kept him. I'm famished. You almost had a transfer from Buckshot's school here. So we got 2 transfers. I don't think that's going to make much of an impact, and 1 pro draft. So overall, we're okay there. In Alabama State, you don't have any. So let's get it. Nope, we're not exporting. Let's go to recruiting. Let's get it in. Recruiting classes last year. Recruiting classes last year were as follows. Buckshot, streaming over there on Kick. LSU, he was number 3 in recruiting classes last year. Florida, Fighting Ewok, I ended up 19th. And I'm famished at Alabama State. He's trying to build that program. Yes, 109th. He's going to get it better this year, though. He's going to get it. Should get some more water going here. It's going to be the first time that we run 2 streams, 2 seasons back to back. It's going to be the first time we run 2 seasons back to back in the same stream. You know why we're doing that? It's because today we dropped a new video and it is flying, and our subscribers have bumped up. And I just want to say our subscribers bar has updated. It updates, it looks like, at every 10. So 1,190. That's incredible response. Incredible. Look at this. Alabama State. I'm famished. You are making noise. You needed a quarterback. All of your quarterbacks graduated. You needed this so badly. A running back, quality from Missouri. Middle linebacker coming out of Missouri, out of Georgia Tech. 2 defensive players, 2 crucial offensive players. You could not ask for a better transfer season for Alabama State, and I'm famished. That is huge for him. Those are probably 3-star minimum prospects. Probably 4-star prospects because they were so good and still didn't play. All right. Let's see how this is going to go. Alabama State, really only 2-star interested caliber players. So still building. I thought you'd have more 3-star calibers, but those transfers were fantastic. Fighting Ewok in Florida. I am looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, that is so good. Let's see if we can land any of those 5-star players, though. That's going to be the question. And LSU, Buckshot, also looking to land 5 5-star recruits. None of them are the same players, though. Sometimes we recruit some of the same players, but none of those 5-star players are the same. So, that's good. A lot of interested prospects. Let's see if they're targeted. Let's see if we sign any of them. Let's get through week 1's recruiting. Let's see how it goes. All right. So what is it going to be? National championship this year. Playoffs going on. Who's going to make it to the title game? Let's take a look here. Week 1, receiving commitments. A couple of 2-star players for I'm famished. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, there we go. 4-star tackle, 3-star wide receiver. It's a good start in week 1, and nothing for LSU. Let's get through week 2. Today's bowl games. Ben. Let's go, Ben. Incoming subscription. Appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot. Getting through recruiting here. Week 2. Let's see who else we can land. Texas Tech beating up on Cal today. UCLA over Boise State. Fresno State winning their bowl game. All right. Here we go. Nothing for I'm famished there, but looks like, let's see, just a few 3-star players. That is not what I need. 5-star defensive tackle for LSU. That's big time. That's big time. right, so as we get through week three's recruiting, tomorrow, no real bowl games of significance. I'm looking at Marshall there just because I started coaching Marshall in this dynasty once upon a time. Georgia Tech and UCF, Friday the 22nd. That's actually going to be an entertaining game. Here we go, end of week three recruiting. More 2-star caliber players. It's better than 1-star caliber for I'm famished. And a 1-star player. I don't even know why they try to sign him. A couple of 4 stars. We'll take that. 4-star QB. 3-star wide receiver. 3-star defensive tackle. It's okay. This needs to be a big week here. Alright? This needs to be a big week for us. Week 4. There's just not a lot of interesting bowl games. Honestly. I mean, these initial bowl games, this is why I have put out that video. This is why I have said promotion relegation. Hear me out. I'm famished and I, we're revamping a podcast that we had done previously. We're going to be talking a lot of sports on it, and I'm bringing forward an idea that there's so much passion in college football. We are already moving conferences. There are already teams leaving conferences to go to better conferences. Promotion and relegation, they're already doing it, but through money. Why don't we do it naturally, embrace it, and let it be a more intense, and more of this will change hands if you embrace it and you have top college teams getting promoted to better conferences, a local, and then like a regional, and then like a semi-national, and then a national conference, right? National Premier Conference, whatever you want to do, let it grow as they go up. You're going to have teams fighting. You're going to have playoffs in multiple different types of conferences to try to qualify for that promotion. You're going to have multiple playoffs at different levels. Different teams are still included. Teams at the bottom of the conferences are going to be fighting to stay up. That makes those games meaningful. People are going to show up. I digress, but that is just, for me, that's the way you do it. You make it more exciting for more colleges, and there's enough passion to make it, to pull it off here. All right, the big week here. Let's just make sure these are all good players, and they're not. There's one player of significance there. That's not good. LSU, 3 stars. Good support players there. 1 4-star caliber player. All right. Let's go to week 5 out of 5. But, I mean, I'm just looking at these bowl games. I am in no way interested in Coastal Carolina taking on San Jose State. I say that because Buckshot started there. San Jose State's in a bowl game here in real life. I'm not interested in it. But if it were for a promotion to a bigger conference, I might be interested. What if that was a final? What if this regional conference and this regional conference had playoff to get promoted to a bigger conference? What if they did that and that was a final? It wouldn't just be zero interest in it. There would be millions of eyes on that to see who got promoted. I think the first bowl game I'm interested in isn't until December 27th. I mean, Oklahoma State, Texas A&M. I'm interested in that game. I'm interested in Louisville and USC too, but that's just because I want to see USC lose. All right, week 5. Lil Beck, you got it, man. Make sure Lil Beck hits that subscribe button too if he wants that Tennessee to be kept an eye on. A 4-star caliber player. That's it. My recruiting class is garbage at Florida. Some decent recruits here. You got a 4-star wide receiver. All right, here we go. Top classes. Ohio State and Wisconsin. The Big Ten dominates. There's Texas A&M. There's Arkansas. Florida. Oh, man. I seriously did not expect to be in the top 10 of recruiting classes. 1 5-star, 4 10-star players. Wow. LSU number 12, 5-star. I did not expect. I mean, I expected both of us to be up there, but I didn't expect to crack the top 10. Nice recruiting classes, Buckshot. Nice job. Let's see how I'm famished. Let's see if he can improve it. It was 109th last year. 100th. Only 12 players. That 1 4-star is what generated it. That 4-star player. Wow. But it's a 4-star QB. It might be his starter, depending on how that transfer goes, because he got several good transfers as well. So I'm going to be excited to see what happens there. So there's that. Let's get to start new season. And let's continue to discuss. Okay? And I'm going to be talking about this more with my guy, I'm famished, on one of our pods coming up. And it's the idea of the promotion or relegation. I think if people just heard it out, they would see that it would create more interest for even teams with terrible records, because they're fighting for something still. And if they lose, let's say they're in this conference, right? Let's say they're in a regional conference and they do terrible and they are pushed down to a lesser regional conference, right? That next season. There's a chance they go, 10-1 or something, through most of the year, or 14-1, or however many games there are going to be, right? I mean, there's a chance they just crush the competition, and let me tell you, people will still show up for that. They really will. All right. USC Louisville on Wednesday the 27th. I'm interested in that game. Tennessee or Oklahoma State, Texas A&M on the 27th. That's what I'm interested in. Boston College. I'm interested in that game because we used to live where we used to live. A player from a local high school is actually the quarterback there. So I guess if you want to put the puzzle together, you can. But we don't live there anymore. Other than that, NC State, Kansas State, it doesn't interest me. It's a top 25 game. Number 18 NC State, number 25 Kansas State in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. I'm not interested. I don't care. Who's interested? If it were a game for something else, fine. Arizona and Oklahoma. Of course, I'm interested in that game. Shout out to Oklahoma, where I grew up. I'm honestly not even interested in the Clemson-Kentucky game. Oregon State, Notre Dame. I know Notre Dame's got a lot of fans, so they're going to watch it, but for the casuals, does that really draw you in? No, Missouri, Ohio State. Obviously, now we get to the bigger names. Ole Miss and Penn State. Yeah, I'm interested in that. Auburn and Maryland? No. Georgia, Florida State? Yeah. I'm not even really, I don't really even care about the LSU Wisconsin game. But Oregon and Liberty, I may tune into that game just because I want to see how that first, non-power 5 conference team does. I just don't think Liberty has felt Liberty has not felt the way they're going to get hit that game. And then after that we have the playoffs, and I don't know. Michigan having to play Alabama. I just think it might be Alabama, Washington. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Preseason. Let's check out the depth charts. Let's check out those skill positions. $97. My quarterback is now a 97. Looks like I got three seniors right here. What am I going to do next year? How did I not recruit? That's not good. After this season, that is not good. It's not good at all. It's this season or bust. I may be down after this. LSU sophomore quarterback. Forget about it. That's great. He had he was a freshman last year, obviously, but he was starting. He's reloading. He's looking great right there. He's looking great there too. Reloading. He's going to be okay. Alright, I'm interested in this. I'm famished. Wide receivers, they're okay. A little average to below average, but they'll develop. Good running back. Okay. Looks like this is one of the transfers. Maybe here's one of the transfers that came in probably, because here's that 4-star recruit that committed. So he's going to be starting a 4-star true freshman this season. Wow. Preseason polls. Arkansas tops it, of course. Look at that, B+ offense. Sometimes that means something, sometimes it doesn't. Wisconsin, Ohio State, Texas A&M, and Cal round out your top 5. LSU preseason A+, A+, A+. Preseason number 11, they got a chance. Preseason number 19, A+ offense. Yeah, because they're all seniors. My defense is not as good, though. All right, Alabama State. Look at this. C+ overall. He's got that team close to a B. That's what I'm talking about. Nice work, man. Nice work. C+ overall. C offense, C+ on the defense. All right, let's see who the 119th rated team in the game is. Idaho State. They were last year. Michigan State, 117th. That's crazy. Iowa State, UAB, Bowling Green, Michigan State. All right. Here we go. Stephen F. Austin. That is an FCS school. That will have to be replaced. Who is your other non-conference game? Tennessee. You're taking on Tennessee. Oof. Otherwise, a pretty manageable schedule. All right, I got UL Lafayette. I think that's going to be an FCS school. And I got Tennessee, Tennessee State, Alabama, at LSU. Golly, Miami, and Florida State. Non-conference games, everybody remember, we move those to home. That's a standing rule. Because a lot of these seasons, my guy Buckshot, my guy I'm Famished, yes, they're coaches in the Dynasty. They're not always streaming concurrently when I'm doing the seasons here. So we have some certain standing rules, such as we move the non-conference to home. We always do that. And we can't change the game. We can only move it to home. And then the only other thing we can do is if it's an FCS school, we can change that to a school that's in the game, a BCS school. It only makes the schedule harder anyway, so no big deal. All right, so let's go check out and see which of those schools were FCS real quick and make our final adjustments. Lafayette, Stephen F. Austin, Northwestern State. So everybody in week 1 needs replaced. After that, that's it. Everybody else is good to go. So all of our week 1 opponents need to be switched out. Stephen F. Austin coming out. And let's see if we can find him a game, competitive game, a competitive winnable game here. There we go. Michigan State. Competitive for him and winnable as well, I think. Florida, I've got to replace this school. So again, I feel bad, but I'm going to take on my boys from Tulsa. That makes my schedule up a little bit, I think. LSU, Northwestern needs to be replaced. And I think, no, they weren't in it. Oregon State. I think that's a competitive but also winnable game. Let's move this to home. Oh, he's playing Tulsa as well. Ooh, didn't realize that. Poor guys. Wonder if I should reconsider. I feel kind of bad for him. Eh, well, I already put it. I said it. Let's do it. That's it. Here we go. We're going into the season. Deep breath. Cheers to season 26. Drink some water. Week 1, let's start off on a strong note here. Taking on Tulsa. 49-21. All of their points scored in the first quarter. I forgot a crucial piece. I almost forgot in-season recruiting. I can't do that. This is one of my favorite parts, going big while we're live for big players. Alabama State needs a defensive tackle and 2 corners. Let's go big. Let's go see. Oh, and look at that. The number 1 defensive tackle in the country is in Alabama. Pipeline State. He's going after him. He needs 2 corners. Pipeline State has the number 4 corner. But look at that. And the number 9. He's going big. We're going big. That's it. That means we now go down the line. We go across. Let's go across. And let's see if any of the top players in positions are from a Pipeline State. An outside linebacker is. He's going to target them. All right, here we go. We're just going to go down the line now. And we're going to find Pipeline State players. There we go. The number 2 left outside linebacker. Well, look at that. He's got some big time names. Alabama, the number 2 right guard. We're going to be recruiting some of the same players. Yep. We're going to be recruiting a lot of the same players. The number 2 strong safety. Number 5 strong safety. There's a lot of defensive players. Middle linebacker. Boy, his defense. See if he can land any of these guys. Right tackle. Good for the line. Very good. Florida. Oh my, yeah. Well, we saw that. I may want to get out after this season from Florida. It is not, I mean, it's going okay. I did have a conference championship, but we'll see. I need a quarterback, a running back, a fullback, a wide receiver. All right, well, let's go get them. Going after the very best one in a Pipeline State, and that's a 3-star player. That's not national championship caliber. It's just not. That could be. Let's go after him. It's the best in the Pipeline State. That's good as well. See what wide receivers we're pumping out here. Huh. Okay. That's all right. We need a defensive tackle. That's good right there. And a strong safety. The number 2 in the country. Okay, some decent recruits. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go down the line. We're going to find the very best players in the country in our Pipeline State. See what we can sign this season. Going big. Left outside linebacker. Corner. See, some of these are the same players. Alabama. These are some of the same players that I'm famous just went after. That's what happens when we have teams in close proximity. We have Pipeline States that intersect. There we go. LSU, tight end, and linebackers. Texas. That's an advantage for him. That is awesome that he has Texas as a pipeline state. That is fantastic. And then he needs linebackers. There we go. And a middle linebacker. Three-star. Oh well. But here's the thing. He's got 9 scholarships remaining. And he has no more true needs. So we're going to see. He's going to go after the number one. It's a pipeline state. So we're going to go after the very best players in the nation in pipeline states. So going after the number 1 free safety. He's going after the number 1 corner. All right, here we go. Let's go down the line. Coming out of Texas, the number 3 wide receiver. That would be a huge get. The number 6 wide receiver out of Louisiana. The number 2 left end out of Louisiana. Texas and Louisiana pumping out the players. The number 5 running back. Look at that, Louisiana. Texas. Okay. Good grief. There we go. We're going after big time players. Let's continue with our play week. Alabama State with a ratings advantage over a Big Ten opponent. Seriously, he should take this team down. He should be 1-0 to start the season. Another overtime. Close. He wins these close games. I'm famished. Let's go. 42-40 overtime win over Michigan State. That starting that true freshman quarterback. Wow. Now you did it, man. Way to start 1-0. Buckshot and LSU A+ rated, number 11 in the country. First game of the season taking on C-rated Oregon State. This should be a nice, tidy warm-up game. 49-3, no questions about it. Huge second quarter. What a wonderful first week it was. All 3 of us, Florida, Alabama State, LSU getting wins. We're all scored 40 points. Good week 1. We targeted some great players in the in-season recruiting, and we should be able to land some of them. Way to start off. So I don't see any big upsets. It's only week 1 as we simulate through that first round. But I'm just beside myself with the lack of interest in these bowl games that I have in real life this year. I'm just not interested in them. They don't intrigue me. I like the bowl game stuff. I'm playing this game. I love college football concept, but it's with the one playoff, it's going to be expanding. But now these other bowl games, I still think I'm going to continue to make the argument that if there was a climbing of promotion and relegation through conferences naturally, more teams would be interested in pushing. There would be more money trading hands. I'm going to continue to make this argument. I'm not interested in any of these bowl games until like the 27th. All right. Here we go. Rhode Island. This should be another good warm-up game for Buckshot and LSU. And it begins, we got so frustrated with this last season. 3 games for a senior free safety. I didn't even care to see what he did. 51-7, no problems. No problem at all. Arizona, C+ rated, taking on the C+ rated Alabama State, and I'm famished. You got him at home. Can you start 2-0? 31-17 loss. Dang. Really thought you could have had him there. No, that's okay though. And I've got Florida A&M. I'm number 18. A-rated overall, number 1 total offense after week 1. C-rated Florida A&M. Let's get a good tune-up. 45-3. That's what I'm talking about. And Little Bick coming through wants me to keep an eye on Tennessee. It's no problem. If anybody else in the chat, you're watching, you want me to try to keep tabs on a particular team, I'm more than happy to do so. Let's be interactive here. Let's make it happen. Tennessee, last season, really kicked our rear ends, I'll be honest with you. They take on San Jose State. And there you can see they got your win, 35-17. So that's it. Simulate through week 2. Let's see what week 3 has to bring. Oh, Arkansas and Arizona State. That's a huge game. Let's see if we can catch that as it sims through. That wasn't even game of the week. There was another game of the week. Arkansas takes down Arizona State on the road. Arkansas is a juggernaut. They really are. Well, I think Washington takes Texas. We'll see. I don't have to go searching for Tennessee this week because they're playing me. Huge game. Alabama State with a rivalry. Let's get Buckshot and LSU. Let's get their game going. Number 10 in the country for LSU. A+ rated. Number 4 total offense, taking on C- rated Maine. How much money did you pay Maine to come play you? Well, they made it a game. 28-13. They made that a game, man. I'm famished. Alabama State. True freshman running your offense. You got an opportunity here. You got him at home. Boom. No contest. 22-6 victory. What is that? Even all the way across the board. I mean, you just methodically took them apart. That quarterback is going to be so good. True freshman starting for you. Oh, I can only imagine in a few seasons. All right, here I go. I've got the number 1 total offense. My pass offense is number 1 in the country. Tennessee, B+ rated overall. Florida, A rated overall. They are in the swamp. I need this game. This game will pretty much determine who is in the SEC championship game out of this division. I'll get that out of here. Give me a break. That's frustrating as hell. Give me a break. I don't want to talk about it. Tennessee State. I'm on the road. They beat Alabama last season. 42-20 win. All right, I'm back in the winning. Back in the win column. LSU taking on Tulsa. Should be able to get through this game. 42-7. Very good. I'm famished. Alabama State taking on University of Alabama, Birmingham. They are 0-3. He's 2-1. You got a chance to move to 3-1 on the season, and you should do it. You did. 28-10. And he is turning Alabama State around. They are a sleeping giant. All right. Any other top 25 games here of note? Arkansas taking on Alabama. This is huge. Arkansas takes down Alabama. I don't think anyone's beating Arkansas this year. They're too good. I don't think anyone stops them. Western Illinois, 2-0, number 22 in the nation. Did Western Illinois... Western Illinois beats Wisconsin. Wow. I bet you guys this. Western Illinois has a Heisman candidate at the end. Top 5 Heisman candidate for Western Illinois at the end of the season. I don't know how they do it. I don't see any other top 25 games of note. Let's check on Tennessee. See if they play this week. Keep it up for our guy, Little Bick. They beat Georgia 49-10. Yeah, nothing else crazy going on there, I don't think. Let's get through week 4. Let's go on into week 5. Great start to the season for I'm famished. He's going to be invited to the SEC if he keeps that up. With Alabama State, he's going to be invited to the SEC. What? Of course he can be. What are you talking about? I bet he replaces Ole Miss. I bet that's the invitation. Conference game, Conference USA. 3-1. Alabama State C+ overall take on Houston. Also 3-1. This game is not out of reach. He's at home. Big conference game. Houston is a Conference USA title contender. Oh, get that out of here. Who's a title contender for Conference USA? Alabama State. Overtime, close wins. Buckshot, LSU at Mississippi State. 3-1 overall for Mississippi State. This is not a give me game. Well, 30-3. He acted like it was. All right, 5-0. And here I go. I got Alabama. They're in the swamp. They are A+ rated overall. I don't know how, considering their offense is a B+. Crushed me. I have never beaten Alabama since I've been in the SEC. What is it, 5 or 6 years? Never beaten them. All right, where are you, Tennessee? Got to check in for Lil Bick here. Huge game for Tennessee this week. On the road at Arkansas. Overtime. See, Tennessee and Arkansas are going to play again in the SEC championship game. The only way that doesn't happen is if Buckshot puts up a wall. LSU and Buckshot are the only ones that can stop that from happening. Those two teams will meet again. No one's beating Arkansas, though. I just don't see it happening. All right, that's it for week 5. Let's head over on into week 6. I don't see it happening. I don't feel who's going to beat Arkansas. Who's going to beat them? I don't know. Who? Yeah, he can do it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure anybody stops him. Alabama State going for win number 5 against the winless Marshall squad. Marshall is C overall. They are at Alabama State. He got him 34-17, not even a contest. That true freshman quarterback is so good for him. Alabama State is on the way. 5 wins, 5-1. All right, here we go. Buckshot, Fighting Ewok, Florida, LSU. Hate that we play each other. I never want to lose. But good game. Good game, man. Fourth quarter. You got me in the fourth quarter. Okay. Well, I'm back to 3-3 again. just don't want. I mean, I'm just. I'm a mediocre. I'm mediocre. Good win. Let's find Tennessee. Oh, this is a big game. Let's check it out. Ohio State, Wisconsin. Wisconsin with 2 losses. Ohio State, Arkansas. Ohio State. That's your national championship game. If it's not Buckshot, it's Ohio State. Here's Tennessee. Should not be an issue. There you go. All right, let's get through week 6. On our way to week 7 already. Wow. So the Navy is good on this game. The Air Force is so good on this game. Look at that. Indiana suddenly 5-1. I don't know. It's just so hard to decide. You know, do you stay at a school like Florida where I'm winning 9 games a season, 8-9 games. I don't know. Alabama State, and I'm famished. 5-1, C+ rated, taking on Georgia Southern. He's got the ratings advantage. Is he bowl eligible? Close loss. Dang. That hurts. That hurts. Dang, that's a game he should have had. LSU and Buckshot taking on Kentucky. Kentucky is C rated. 48-14. Kentucky was having a good season too. Interesting. That's a big game. Iowa in the Big Ten. Penn State got them 32-30. Look at that. Oklahoma's down a little bit. Yeah. Arkansas, Alabama, Cal. I didn't see Tennessee. They may have an off week. All right, week 7 in the books. I'm famished. Really needed that win. Hey, he's got a true freshman starting quarterback. You're not always going to win all those games. Week 8. Here we go. Florida Georgia game. Georgia is C+ rated. 0-6 overall. Wow. I should not be their first win. All right, there we go. Moving me to 4-3 on the season. 35-10 victory. I'll take that. LSU A+ is overall, taking on a 3-4 C+ rated Tennessee State team. Buckshot's got him at home. He takes care of business. 41-7. Well done. Alabama State, a little bit of underdogs against UCF here. And you're on the road. We've seen you do it before. Two quarters, 2 games. UCF takes it, 41-17. Okay. I want to check a few things here. Yeah, so his best running back is injured. That probably is hurting him. My best wide receiver is injured. Probably my best running back as well. And nothing really of any significance here. I mean, they're good players, but we got some major players injured there on the other. That's a shame. Week 8, other top 25 notable matchups. Tennessee and Alabama. Excuse me. Tennessee takes them 20-17 in overtime on the road. Big one here, Ohio State, Penn State. Ohio State gets the win. And that's the thing, Penn State's every year, they lose the same 2 or 3 games every year. There wasn't really anything else of any major consequence. Didn't look like any major upsets would happen. Let's get through week 8. Let's head on over to week 9. Man, Buckshot, I can't believe how good San Jose State's doing. It is crazy how the game does work in flows and cycles, just like real life. Yeah, those ranked games weren't even close. I cannot believe our subscriber count today, the way it's moved. It's really been a fantastic day. As we got 2,000 views already on my newest video. That is so crazy. 4-star wide receiver, the number 1 wide receiver in the country, going to Buckshot. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Alabama State, 5-3, taking on the 4-3 SMU Mustangs. Ratings-wise, fairly similar. SMU's got the edge there, but they're at Alabama State. Let's get bowl eligible. He got it. 6-3 on the season. Big win. He holds on. Another close victory. He's going bowling. I don't want to speak too soon. I'm only 4-3. I still need 2 wins. And I'm taking on a C-rated Kentucky squad, although they are 6-2. This is not a game that's a layup. Well, I took it to them, though. 52-21. There we go. I'm 1 game away from bowl eligibility. Here's a big game. Navy and Notre Dame. Navy absolutely throttles them. Big game for Virginia Tech. Does Boston College stop it? They do. Virginia Tech goes down. Virginia Tech, by the way, has been in half of our Dynasty's championship games. Half. They are insane. Where's Tennessee? There's Tennessee. 6-1. Taking on South Carolina. This should not be much of a contest. And it is not. So there you go. Alright. I don't think there was any other big games of note there. So let's get through week 9. Head on over to week 10. See if we can get any more recruits laid in here. Wow. I think Penn State just lost again. It's going to be a big game when I'm Famished takes on Tulane. That's going to be huge. Excuse the hell out of me. The number 1 outside linebacker in the whole country says, I'm staying in state. I'm from Alabama, but I'm not going to Alabama. I'm going to Alabama State. Wow. 5 stars, number 1 in the country. Nice recruit. Here we go. LSU, Buckshot, taking on the B+ rated, number 13 in the country, 7-1 Tennessee. This has no bearing on the SEC championship game, but it is a big game when it comes to wins and losses. LSU smokes them. 27-10, taking care of business. I gotta tell you, I was nervous. All right, I'm taking on South Carolina State, C+ rated. I should become bowl eligible with this game right here. 50-15, there we go. It's official. We're all going bowling. Alabama State taking on Appalachian State. You have the ratings advantage, a C+ overall. Appalachian State is a C. Let's get win number 7. I'm Famished. He does it in another close game. How do you coach your team to win those kinds of games? Wow. Wow. 7-3 on the year. He's going to have a decision to make at the end of this season, you know. Week 10 in the books. There's going to be some big schools that come calling for you. I'm Famished. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay and build? Take Alabama State to some Conference USA championships? Are you going to get them promoted to the SEC? Are you going to stick with them? Are you going to take that big coaching job that comes by? Going to be a big decision because there's going to be some big coaching jobs coming up. Who knows? Maybe Nebraska finally offers. Maybe Nebraska finally offers you a job. Nebraska offered me a job and Buckshot. Maybe it's your turn. Ooh. This is the week. Alabama State taking on Tennessee. I mean, this isn't likely. This is a non-conference game, testing his skills against a big-time opponent. 45-27, respectable, I think. I mean, he had him, actually. The fourth quarter, Tennessee took over. He was right in that game. Way to play. All right, Fighting Ewok in Florida taking on South Carolina, C-rated, 3-7 overall. This should not be a contest. 49-21, and closer than I would hope. This is the big kahuna. Alabama, 7-2 this year, taking on the A-plus rated LSU. Can we finally put a stop to the Alabama curse? Unfortunately, LSU's on the road. It's not even my team. What's up, Buckshot? We got two heavyweights that are about to play. We have two unstoppable forces that are about to run into each other. Here's the thing, Tennessee's really good too. If Buckshot beats Arkansas, he plays Tennessee again. I'm more nervous than ever now. Oh man, I got so excited I forgot to check out the other top 25 scores. I know there's still Arkansas, but it's that Alabama thing. Let's check out any other top 25 of. Let's see here. The Navy wins again. Texas wins. Missouri, number 4. Look at the Big 12. Texas A&M, Missouri, Texas. Oklahoma's having a down season, but Oklahoma is usually ranked. They are ridiculous. The Big 12 is ridiculous. Wow. Okay. LSU, number 3 in the country at this point. All right, Alabama State taking on Tulane. He's at Tulane, so, you know, he is a bit behind in the ratings and the statistics, and he's on the road, but if there's anything we know about I'm Famished, it's that he can jump up and win the close game. And he can jump up and blow people out. 8-4. Way to go, man. All right, Ole Miss is a C overall, 6-4, taking on the 10-0, number 3 in the country, A-plus rated LSU Tigers. Let's go Buckshot. Do not. 55-14 win, taking care of business. All right, 7-3 overall for me. Florida Gators, A-rated overall. I have the number 5 total offense in the country. And I am taking on the B+ rated University of Miami. They are 4-6. 2 games for a left guard. There we go. 8-3 8-3. 45-10 victory. That's what I'm talking about. The rest of the top 25 games for week 12. Anything of note here? Not really. This one won't be a contest, really. Yeah, 40-9. Tennessee taking on Kentucky. Tennessee with the win. Let's go through week 12. It's time to land a few more recruits. We've had some big gets already, but we need a few more. Get a recruit. It's taking a second. Someone's signing a recruit. Someone's landing something big. I told you. Number 2 running back in the nation and the number 1 strong safety in the nation. Big time stuff. This is it. This is for the marbles right here. 2 unstoppable forces. All right, first game up, Florida State taking on Florida. That's the rivalry game for me. This should be my 9th win of the season. What is that? What is that? What is that? Gimme. Ugh. 2 unstoppable forces here. LSU is so dominant. He's got him at home. This is for a shot. This is to book his spot in the SEC championship game. (28-24). 28-24. That was always. That was going to be tough. Arkansas looked unstoppable this season. Yeah, exactly. Famished, I know. I don't want to look. That close to getting through. That close. LSU lands the number 3 center in the nation. Good recruiting. All right, that's week 14. No one plays. Let's get through week 14. Let's get to the bowl invitations. Let's get through the conference championship weeks. Great freaking seasons, too. No, not for me. Another average season. Another season of pickup for both of them. I'm famished and buckshot. I don't know what I'm going to do being in Florida. Mediocre season after mediocre season in Florida. I got buckshot trading haymakers with the best teams in the league. And now, look at this. The number 7 tackle in the nation going to Alabama State. Not to me. The number 1 tight end. I got buckshot. I got Scott's chat. He threw his headset. 4 points. And he laughs. The number 1 tight end in the nation going to LSU. Look what we have here. We got buckshot trading haymakers with the best teams in the country. Alabama State in their second season in Conference USA playing for the Conference USA championship game. Wow. There it is, right there, Tennessee. Yeah, and Arkansas handles them. I knew Arkansas was going to be unstoppable this year. Missouri. If Missouri wins this, they don't. Missouri is done. No chance. No shot for Missouri. All right, Alabama State. You're going to have to jump up and perform. But you've done it before. What was the last... Did you play UCF this season earlier? Guess not. At least I didn't see it. Nah, I don't know that they were on your schedule. Yeah, right here. Oh, UCF got you at home in week 8. They're a good team. They're always a Conference USA champion favorite. Let's see what you can do. In only your second season in Conference USA, up from the Sun Belt, Alabama State in the conference championship game. Ooh, 54-31. You scored a lot of points. Way to fight. Way to be in a conference championship game. That would have been I'm Famished's first conference championship in this dynasty. Close. And I'm so excited about your team. You got a 5-star recruit, another 4-star recruit. You got that true freshman quarterback running things. That's big time. Western Illinois has a Heisman finalist. I'm calling it. Alabama State going to the Fort Worth Bowl, okay? Where you play Air Force. Oof. I'm playing Wisconsin. Ugh. And LSU going to the Rose Bowl against the Pac-10 champion Oregon Ducks. The Pac-10 champion misses out on the national championship game. we have a Heisman finalist. Maybe. Okay, no Western Illinois Heisman finalist. Wow. I didn't expect me to have one. Yeah. I did not expect that to come from my school. I'm a throwing school. I feel like maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I need to change it up or not. I'm just mediocre in Florida. There's Cal. Wouldn't be shocked if Cal offers a job. They usually don't lose 3 games. I'm famished. You're getting offered a job this season. The Air Force, B- overall, 9-3, taking on I'm famished in Alabama State, who's rated a C+. 49-14 loss. Dang. Yeah, but what a season. What a season. Oklahoma has a terrible year. They may be offering some jobs. All right, here I am taking on Wisconsin. They are number 20 in the nation, A-rated overall. I'm A-rated overall. Of course, somebody gets in trouble. Lost. 8-5 overall for the Florida Gators. That's not good enough. Number 7, LSU taking on the 12-0 A+ rated Oregon Ducks. Oregon is the Pac-10 champions, taking on LSU. Absolutely killed them. LSU is the best team in this country. I mean, Arkansas and LSU are the best 2 teams. That game was the game of unstoppable forces. I mean, look how he just crushed the Pac-10 champion. Rose Bowl champions, congratulations. That's huge. There's Arkansas and Ohio State. I think Arkansas and LSU are the best 2 teams in the nation this year. Look at that. He demolished them. Scott says, run it back again. Let's see what happens here. All right, here's our national championship game. Arkansas, Ohio State. 3 teams. Ohio State is your season 26 national champions by a touchdown. What a game. okay, I'm famished. I told you there would be some job offers. I know there's something, without a doubt, he's not going to consider either one of those jobs. And how I know? Because one, Appalachian State is not an upgrade. Number two, I just don't think he wants to go to Iowa. They went 6-7. They're 4-4 in the Big Ten, and his favorite team plays in the Big Ten, and I'm not sure he cares for Iowa. So, my anticipation is he's gonna say decline it. Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to do that. Yeah, decline that. Let's get that out of here. Oh. Cal, Pac-10. They compete in the Pac-10 now, but they got to compete against Oregon, USC, and then you got West Virginia. LSU, I mean, you're the Rose Bowl champions. You're trading haymakers with the best teams in the game every year. Here's Cal. They finished number 15 in the nation. There's their statistics. Clearly not as good as LSU's, but it's different title, different conference. They have huge expectations. Look at that. So you got Cal and West Virginia. Let's see if Buckshot's. Let's see what he says here in the chat. He's got Cal. He's got West Virginia. All right. Let's make sure he's got a good look here. Cal, B- quarterbacks, running backs are a B. It's the Pac-10, so they do well. They got big ambitions. All right, let's see here. All right, so Scott says he declines. He's sticking with LSU. He's trading haymakers. He's going up against the best in the country, as one of the best in the country. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of hoping those schools would offer me a job as well. Why would they? I wonder what happens if we click on Find New Job, if this goes away. Guys, I think I'm just not. I'm tired of being mediocre. All right. We'll renew it. We stick around. We don't back away from a fight. If we get offered a better job, maybe we'll take that. But we're not just going to leave. All right. There we have it. We have just finished season 26. Ohio State are your champions. Florida loves what I'm doing, and I don't know why. We end up with 190 wins after the 26th season. Alabama State and I'm famished is at 129 wins now. A couple of good seasons in a row. He has a couple of his winning seasons. Appreciate it, famished, man. Appreciate you a whole lot. 5 winning seasons so far out of 26 years for I'm Famished. And a couple of those have come here with Alabama State. So he's got big things coming along. And Buckshot with 21 winning seasons, 219 victories, 3 conference titles. There we go. That is that. Let's get down here and save this so we don't lose it. Okay. All right. I know Buckshot said run it back with another smiley face, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to consider it. I'm taking a small break here. I'm going to go check and see what's going on outside of the room. If everything's good, I'm going to run back another season. What can I say? What can I say? I'm crazy. Okay? We're going to see. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a break here. And what's going to happen is I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to go check and see what's going on. If everything is good, I'm going to come back and I'm going live again for another stream. We're going to find out. So, made it through this one. We got 2 seasons on this stream. Thank you so much for joining. And keep a lookout, because that notification may just come up when we're back in the game. You'll see that timer ticking down, and you'll know. Grab your seats, grab your popcorn, because we're going to come on and put on a show. It's what we do. All right? So, appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you again soon.